Now then, people, it's Joe, all Leeds TV. Feels so good to be back. International break is done. You know, no one really enjoys it, I don't think, not anymore. You know, even after the World Cup, I thought I might enjoy it a little bit more, but nah, still the same rubbish. I'm just glad that proper football's back. Bit of a new setting, as you can see. I don't know if you really can notice, it's white walls. Basically, I've done out my garage. I've got a flag coming as soon as I get paid. That's going to go on the wall behind me, so that'll look pretty decent as well, hopefully. But yeah, international break is done, and we have Millwall tomorrow, and we've got quite a busy month coming up in September. I did say that if we beat Millwall, I think we'll go undefeated for the rest of the month, having Preston, Birmingham and Sheffield Wednesday. Now that the injuries have been brought to light, maybe not so much, maybe not as confident as I once was. Do I still think we'll win tomorrow? Yes, and I'll tell you why. But yeah, I mean, Conor's, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, make sure you watch the South Stand synopsis. But it came out a little bit earlier, and obviously since then we've had quite a lot of injury updates and injury news. One we weren't all expecting, pretty left field, was Ruth. Ruth's going to be out tomorrow, which is a massive shame. But yeah, going back to the international break, I think it was a good time for the lads at Leeds. I think that's one thing I did enjoy, seeing the lads at Leeds doing well. Obviously, Alioski got 2 goals for Macedonia. Matthias Klich played for Poland and scored. So it just shows how far Klich's come on. You know, Tyler Roberts, who we could be seeing a lot more of now Ruth and Bamford are injured. He made his debut for Wales. Pontus Jansson was the captain at Sweden, who again we're going to see more of now that Berardi's out for a couple of weeks. Dallas scored for Northern Ireland, and obviously Bailey Peacock Farrell made his debut as well. So in terms of our lads getting out there, you know, I'm happy to see them doing well at international level, and it just breeds better confidence, doesn't it? You know, you've got Klich, Alioski coming back. They've scored goals at international level. They're going to be chomping at the bit to get back on the pitch at Ellen Road, and you know, just for Leeds in general. So yeah, I think in regards to tomorrow, obviously big team news. Hernandez is out. You know, I've checked a few sources, and it did look like Hernandez had trained earlier on in the week, and after the Norwich game he picked up the knock and he had been training, but something else has pulled up. So it looks like we might. Well, it looks like he's going to be out for a little bit longer. To be fair, I've done a little bit of research before coming on, and there's, you know, I'll sort of reel it off. So, you know, Berardi's looking out roughly around about 3 weeks. Again, Berardi has been immense. He's not a natural centre-back. You know, I think the preferred partnership is him and Cooper, but he's not a natural centre-back. And the fact that we have Pontus Jansson, who I just said had captained Sweden, being able to cover, it's not that big of a loss. Obviously, if either Jansson and Cooper were then to pick up a knock, it then means rotation, probably Ayling going in there, maybe Shackleton coming out at right back again, who is also injured actually, more to the point, but he's going to be back next week. You've got Ruth that's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks, which is a massive blow. The kid's been on fire. And I guess it's even more frustrating for Bamford, you know, the fact that he's out for 4 months. This could have been his opportunity. Obviously, you don't want to see guys getting opportunities when we're losing first teamers through injury. You want them to break in because they've been mint in training, or they had a mint cameo when they came off the bench. But this would have been ideal for Bamford. So it's so frustrating that, you know, he's not going to get given that opportunity, and we're not going to see him in a Leeds shirt for roughly around about 4 months. And then Pablo, massive miss. Pablo Hernandez is going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks, which is a massive miss. I think tomorrow Millwall are going to play very much like Borough did. It's going to be a similar sort of game, and we needed players like Hernandez to be able to open that door. They're nowhere near as good as Borough, so I think maybe, you know, for example, Harrison had a mint game in replace of Hernandez, and I think he'll do even better against someone of Millwall's quality, as opposed to that fucking brick wall that Middlesbrough had at the back. But yeah, I mean, I think there's been a lot of, naturally so, there's been a lot of negativity. The squad's too thin. Bielsa knew this going into the season. He's well aware of this. He'll be prepared for instances like this. What was quite interesting when I've had a little look this morning is Phil Hare tweeted out, and I sort of can see where he would come from, because a lot has been mentioned about Tyler Roberts leading the line. I think, as I say, Harrison's going to come in for Hernandez and Jansson's going to come in for Berardi, which, again, Hernandez is amazing, don't get me wrong, but I think the main loss would be for your striker. That's for me personally. Other people may say different because Hernandez does offer so much. Berardi, again, he's been amazing, but not that big of a loss because we do have Pontus Jansson coming in there, who, you know, captained Sweden. But yeah, Tyler Roberts. The one thing that worries me is the fact that when he's made his appearances this season in the Carabao Cup, he's been the first player to be brought off. I'm not sure Bielsa's sold on him. But then again, when he has been in on the pitch before, he's not been playing in that striker position because we've had Bamford in them games. So maybe he may offer more playing in that striker position. But I don't think Bielsa's 100% sold on him. And Phil Hay made a good point. He thinks, and we've seen a lot of teams do it, Spain, Germany, Chelsea, playing without a recognised striker. Could it be that Baker comes in for Saiz and Saiz plays where Roof and Bamford would normally play in the striker position, you know, a false nine? And to be fair, Bielsa's the type of coach that would do that. And there's every possibility that could happen. So it'll be interesting to see the starting lineup. The one thing that Saiz this season compared to last, he seemed to be more of a goal threat last season. I remember so many shots from outside the box would hit the post, would hit the crossbar, or indeed go in. He doesn't seem to be as on point this season, in my opinion. But I don't know. Let's see. So, as I say, put in your comments what you guys think. But I think that could work if Baker was to come in for Saiz and Saiz to go in the false nine. As opposed to bringing Roberts in. Let's see. You know, when it happened as well with Roof, I would have liked to have seen Edmondson brought in, you know. I think what Leeds have done for quite, you know, since forever really, has always brought good youth through. And it's times like this where people grab that opportunity and they run with it. And I'd have liked to have seen Edmondson maybe mention more. But I think Bielsa's made a point in his press conference in saying that, you know, Edmondson, Clark, these sort of players need to be brought in at the right time. And is Millwall away at the right time? Probably not. Moving on to Millwall as well, and that numpty Steve Morrison, what he's coming out and said about putting on his Zlatan Ibrahimovic shirt, I swear to God, I hope we steamroll them. They've not been great this season. If we get an early goal, I think we could run riot. It all depends on how the game pans out in the early stages for me, because if we remember last season, I went down last season and it was terrible, you know. They could have been out of sight early doors. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Do you know, it'd probably be even funny if Morrison didn't even fecking play and they had Gregory leading the line. But I think with it being this game and the magnitude and the way Millwall see it, I mean, they've sold out. You know, he'll probably play and he will be a thorn in our side. But I think Cooper came out and said in his press conference, didn't he, and said we don't care what that tripe what he comes out with. And I think you can see there it has been a little bit of thorn in their side, a little bit of a needle there, and they probably want to put that right. I know, like Phillips, I'd love nothing more the first 50-50 and Phillips puts him in the air. I would love it. Because to be fair, I never had any problems with Morrison, you know, as we all called him the shift. He did put some graft in, but there's never really been out there. I think it's more from his side. But last season when the 4-3 game happened and he was doing all this to the fans, and I just think it was needless. But he thrives on that sort of atmosphere. He'll love it. He probably is chomping at the bit. So be interesting to see. But we need to win that game just because it's pivotal. But you know, if we look at last season, yes, we're a different team. You can't really. But I think just because it's the similar sort of time, there's a lot riding on it, and we want to keep that undefeated streak. Yeah, if we come away from Millwall with a point, is it that bad of a point? Probably not. But I want to beat them, and I want to beat them comfortably. I know it's been mentioned before, like Fulham went there last season and battered them 3-0. I'd love nothing more than us to do that, and it would put out a marker for the rest of the division, wouldn't it? That we could go down there, and then in my opinion, we've got some favourable games. You know, we've got Preston at home, which we own one for the cup, and I did make, you know, that prediction after the game in the cup that we'll see what they're about when we come and play them. You know, Ellen Road in the league, because I think we'll beat them comfortably. And then we've got Birmingham, we've got the Snake coming back, and then we're away at Sheff Wednesday. So, yeah, it's exciting times for us. I think if we come away from this Millwall game with a positive result, we could genuinely go undefeated for the rest of September. that, you know, I'm just making that call now. I would have been more confident if it weren't for the injuries, you know, to Rue Fernandez and Berardi and stuff. But it is what it is. These things are sent to testers. Bielsa knows, you know, he was always going to have a small squad. He'll have contingency plans. He'll have made provisions for stuff like this. There's been some crazy comments online, you know, saying let's get someone in on free and stuff like that. That's not going to wash. You know, we've got the youth, we've got the talent there. Maybe Tyler Roberts pulls a shirt on and smashes it. Saeed starts up there and gets himself a hat-trick. We don't know. Let's see how Saturday pans out. But I think, personally, we will win, and I hope we do. But thanks again for tuning in, guys. I've missed it, to be fair. I've missed doing this. You know, I'll probably see us post Millwall with a reaction when we've battered them 3 or 4. And then, as I say, we've got a lot of exciting content coming up. You know, I don't want to say too much. Football Republic, if you like YouTube, you'll know about them. There could be something in the pipeline with them. You know, there's a lot of exciting stuff coming, so watch this space, you know. And thanks for your continued support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, put it on all your social medias. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're all there. You know, we're making moves now, so come and join us for the ride. And like you say, any predictions, get them sent in, and we'll get them posted out there as well. But thanks very much for your time, guys, and I'll see you soon. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds!
Is this your Millwall away? It's all I've had all bloody season for my Sheffield Wednesday girlfriend. Well, it finally is Millwall away. It's going to be an hard one. They're a tough team, but they're not right good. Our speed, skill, and Bielsa's plan will do them. It's going to be a 2-0 to us. Well deserved, but hard fought.